a broken lock, an open safe, a stolen drawer of money, and a shocking arrest. Match wits with Rob McCool as well as Ron McCoy to see if you can solve this Madcap mystery. Rob McCool's Madcap Mysteries, an RM production. Starring Ron McCoy as Rob McCool. Tonight's episode, the case of the hardware heist.
On camera, a thief knew exactly how to crack a safe at a store. KOAT Action 7 News reporter Alana Grimstead has the video you'll see only on the show.
Money secured inside this safe was anything but safe when a man with insider information decided to steal. A man easily pried open the doors, walked straight through the aisles to the back of the store and into an office.
The whole thing's just a little too easy for him.
The thief then punched a code into the 6-foot safe and it opened right away.
Police believe the thief is a white male about 5'7" with a medium build. Investigators also believe a silver or gray sedan that is about 10 years old was used as the getaway car.
Meanwhile, in Rob McCool's backyard, a culinary problem has arisen. Well, I would like to grill some steaks and hot dogs, but unfortunately I have no charcoal lighter fluid. I'll have to head to the hardware store. And inside the store, I was able to hone in on my quarry. I knew right where it was located. As I emerged from the aisle, I ran across a man who was counting his money, and then I noticed he looked familiar. Then it occurred to me that was former student Andrew Hausman. I was his 5th grade teacher, and he was now manager of this store. And I was on the verge of following Andrew to say hi when I saw Joe Plummer. He has worked at this store for years, and he seemed very distracted. Hi, Joe. Are you okay? You seem very distracted.
He's upset, as am I. Hi, I am Jay Price, the store owner. And this is Jeff Painter, my junior assistant. That is Joe Hammer, the senior shop clerk.
Oh, hello. Yes, I'm Rob McCool. I know Joe Plummer. I have talked to him many times in this store. And I'm also someone who dabbles in detective work. You might even call me a detective. I noticed something was going on. Can I help?
Nice to meet you, Mr. McCool. Maybe you can help. Joe here just now told me that he discovered that the safe had been rifled. Everything is all right when you closed up last night, wasn't it, Joe?
Yes, sir. I closed up at 7. Nothing unusual.
And what happened this morning?
Joe and I unlocked and opened the store about half an hour ago. While I turned on the register, Joe went to the office and back. He clicked on the light and then kind of froze in the doorway and called out to me that the safe had been opened and the cash was gone. I went to check around the rest of the store while he came back and called Mr. Price, who wasn't due for another hour. I found the back door to the storage room forced open, but nothing seemed to be missing except the cash tray from the office safe. It had about $600.
That's right. I came right over after Jeff called, checked the place myself. I also checked the surveillance camera footage, but it was blurry, so I couldn't see the man's face, and then called the police. That was just a few minutes ago.
Well, I guess my charcoal lighting fluid can wait. I have a police pass. Do you mind if I take a quick look around? I promise I won't disturb anything.
Certainly. Go right ahead. Let me know right away if you find any clues to who stole my money.
I strode to the office and looked in. A large, shabby desk dominated the center of the room. The gray metal cabinets and dusty shelves along the walls were covered with parts manuals, papers, and odd bolts and bits. To the right of the door, facing the desk, stood a 3-foot-high safe. I walked to the desk, examined it quickly, and then went to the safe. Its door was swung partly open, and its aged padlock, jimmied open, lay on the floor before me. Inside the safe were 2 compartments, the bottom still full of papers, and the top, which had held the cash tray, now empty. Without touching anything, I left the office and entered the back storage room. Skirting several crates and lawnmowers, I approached and examined the back door, which was also partly open. The simple lock had been forced and the surrounding wood was cracked. I returned to the front of the shop. Most interesting.
Mr. McCool, what did you discover in the office and storeroom? I heard you say that it was interesting.
I think I hear the police arriving.
Excellent. And Mr. Painter, Mr. Jeff Painter, when the officer comes in, I hope you will tell him that you committed this theft all by yourself.
What? You think I stole the money? Why would you say that?
There's no use in arguing about it, Mr. Painter. I know you did it, and I have proof. So, how could I know that it was Jeff Painter, the senior shop clerk, who was the thief? Be thinking about that, and be thinking about clicking on like, click on subscribe, and click on the bell so that you get a notification every time I upload a new video. And now, back to Rob McCool's Madcap Mysteries.
Mr. McCool, what makes you think that I am the one who stole the money?
Jeff, maybe you should stay quiet while Mr. McCool gets this whole thing resolved.
Officer, the suspect is over here.
I am Officer Jack Turley. I received a call about a theft in this hardware store.
Officer Turley, over here. I have a suspect. I'm Rob McCool. I have been investigating this crime, this theft, and I'm about to tell everyone how I know that it is this man, Jeff Painter, who stole the money.
Nice to meet you, Mr. McCool.
Hi, I am Jay Price, the owner of this store. This man, Jeff Painter, and that man over there, Joe Hammer, are my employees. Mr. McCool, I am so anxious to hear how you know that Jeff is the thief.
And, Mr. Price and others, I am so anxious to tell you how I know that Jeff Painter was the thief. So, Mr. Price, you remember earlier that Jeff Painter had told us that he and Joe Hammer had discovered that the safe had been robbed, and he had said,
Joe and I unlocked and opened the store about half an hour ago. While I turned on the register, Joe went to the office and back. He clicked on the light and then kind of froze in the doorway and called out to me that the safe had been opened and the cash was gone.
Mr. Painter, how could you know what Joe Hammer did in the back room if you weren't in there? That tells me that you were lying. And, of course, there's also the camera footage. The surveillance camera caught you in the act. Now, your boss couldn't recognize you in that surveillance footage, but now that he knows that you are lying, he can see, yes, you were the person who stole the money.
Okay, I took the money. I only did it because I don't make enough money to support my wife and 2 pet parakeets. I am sorry, Mr. Price.
Yes, Jeff, you are very sorry. Officer Turley, please take this man into custody.
Mr. Painter, come with me. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to talk to a lawyer for advice before we ask you any questions.
Oh, Mr. Painter, I'm so sorry this happened. You have a lot to do. I'll go ahead and buy my charcoal lighter fluid and get home.
Thank you, Mr. McCool. I will keep you posted on what happens from here. In the meantime, have a great barbecue.
Thank you, Mr. Price. Yes, I am getting very hungry. After the experience with the hardware heist, I decided to wait until the next day to go ahead and grill the steaks and the hot dogs. And yes, they were delicious. This Madcap mystery is solved, but be sure to join me in the next episode of Rob McCool's Madcap Mysteries. Rob McCool investigates the murder of a man with horrible allergies. He also has 2 old biddies for neighbors, as well as friends who are suspects in his murder. It's the case of the nosy neighbors, the next episode of Rob McCool's Madcap Mysteries.